Hi, Scorpio. I hope you are doing well. Okay. The feeling I have around your reading as I'm throwing the cards, I just feel like someone already feels like kind of like that, when you're a kid and you're ticked off and you're like kicking stuff down the street. That's kind of what I feel around this. So let's see where it goes. I do have a silver lining though. Okay, so kick the can down the street, but realize that um, I have a whole storyline that's playing out with this. Okay, in the present you have the Five of Cups. Okay, and I really feel like that is an inheritance of some kind. It can be, though, what I'm kind of feeling here. For some of you, it may be an inheritance. For some of you, I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing the best that I can. It can be an inheritance, or it can be financial for sure. But it can also be something, I think, more. It goes back to that kick in the can thing. And let's get through the cards and I'll show you. In the past, you've got the Strength card here. Okay. In the future, you've got the Knight of Swords. You might not be seeing this. This speaks of the qualities that you have. Okay, that I think sometimes when we stick to the things that and I'm not talking how do I explain this? I have like a whole vision just unfolded in front of your reading, so I'm a little bit taken off guard. Opportunities that are coming. You've got the Two of Swords. Okay, some of you feel like you're being like, why does everyone else get to thrive and I don't? Why do they have this and I don't? It's that's where the kicking the can thing is coming. But I think what you're failing to realize here, and what you're really being asked to look at, is if you don't like where your life is at, instead of I think you think you've been wronged in some regard. Okay, for some of you, I feel like it's a matter of getting clear about the things that you want and going for them. Like, get a practical plan. What are your desires? Where am I now? What do I need to make that happen? What little steps can I do right now that are doable so that they can be sustained and you accomplish something? Because I think there might be an air through here of maybe getting into things that either aren't really something that you want, or you're doing it for the wrong reason, or there's no staying power, or there's no commitment, or you might not bring things to conclude, to the fullest. That's why they're saying, I think really there's an inheritance coming for some of you, financial, but I think that what this is like, wow, a sense of accomplishment. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of things are going to start coming for you over the next couple of years, I think. But it's a matter of laying the groundwork. But laying the groundwork from a platform that you can now withstand. Say a storm comes your way, right? You can withstand it because you've got the knowledge behind you of what you need. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're on the coattails of someone else. It's that you're solid and you're able to stand where you're at. And I think that abundance is going to come for you. I think anything that you feel like you've been slighted is about to come for you. But what the universe has been trying to get you to see here, I think that this card in the past is that stay true to yourself. You know what I mean? Don't sell yourself out to get something maybe someone else has and you haven't. You've stayed true to the things that are important to you. You know what I mean? Vice, virtue, those kind of things. You've not wavered from things. You've not taken, the shortcut on things. And you're about to get paid off for this. And your message is too that, the universe is always working in accordance to, for some of you, I think that you feel like you've been slighted or something. This could be a divorce. This could be something. Someone got a raise and you didn't. Someone pulled ahead and you didn't. Someone passed something and you didn't. This is just a matter of forgetting about everybody else. And what is it that you have to do right now? Think, don't act. Think, get your plan in place. And this is about you can have the vision, yes, but can you take the legwork? Can you do the steps that are involved to do this? And that's all. And I think what I'm feeling, break it down into bite-sized pieces, break it down into doable pieces so that you can do it. You know what I mean? Because I think what they're waiting for is like some kind of completion of something. You know what I mean? Like, say you go through a divorce, and you feel like you got the raw end of the deal or the short end of the stick or whatever you want to call it. The universe is trying to say that this is something that it's set up in your place to show you something. You're always learning something here. And, honestly, not everyone is on a spiritual quest. Not everyone is trying to evolve internally. Some people are really just happy with their lives, and they're going to go along day by day, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is kind of what spirituality is. It's just keeping your moral compass in the right place, doing the right things, being part of something bigger than yourself, right? And that's what I think you're doing. But I think you're being reminded here of the qualities that you have. And you may not think you have anything, and you get walked over and this and that, but things are about to come full circle for you. You're really going to start to step into things once. A lot of time we don't realize also that one of the comments I just read in something was that she's happy on her own now, but I can't remember the exact words, but there was bitterness. She still had really a lot of resentment towards someone. What we don't realize with that is that's not helping. That's cutting us off from, that'll block the good things from coming in. So if you just went through something and you think, I am pissed as hell at that person, you know what I mean? Give it its due. I'm getting it. We're human. We feel those feelings. We're not supposed to always be, Susie Sunshine. Feel it. If you're pissed, be pissed, but give it its due and let it go. You know what I mean? If you've got resentment for something, just feel it, but then think, all right, use that to now pull yourself forward. You're behind the 8 ball, you think, but you're really not, because the floodgates are about to open for you. It's just, I think you're on sea legs, so to speak, and now you're getting your land legs, and now you're going to also see things come in for you. Keep going in the direction that you're going. For some of you, you may have wanted to really do something, but you had no support. I'll tell you firsthand, walk alone, because you'll get where you're going and the people will align with you. Take the life less ordinary and go your direction. Don't stop that, okay? I think you want to reflect on, too, the things that are important to you. And really I really think for some of you, you're really going to have to hunker down and put some strategic work into what you're doing. The main thing I'm really feeling here is you've got to be able to, don't overshoot the moon here. Like, be realistic about things. You know what I mean? If you're trying to do something and you realize, in my day-to-day, though, I just don't have the time to do that. Be realistic about that, and then check that off and do that maybe at a different time. It doesn't mean you don't do it. It just means right now, I think there's areas where you're being asked to really walk the distance with something. You know what I mean? If you have to get a skill set or update a skill set, or you keep getting turned down for a promotion or something, you've got to take a step back maybe, and instead of, being resentful about it, say to yourself, what skill sets do I have to update? Do I even want to be in this company? Or do I want to acquire something and go in a different direction? The doors are going to be open for you here. You just have to know what door that is for yourself. What do you desire? You know what I'm saying? I think that you're at the pinnacle here of really going in a completely different direction. Use those feelings of animosity, being upset, being resentful, being, wanting to choke someone. Use that as fuel to get your life going in a certain direction here, because I think that this is a blessing. The Two of Swords is not it's a card of being at peace and harmony, sometimes in the gray area. You know what I mean? I'm not here yet, but I'm going to count my blessings here. And I'm going to start walking in the direction that I want at the pace that I know I can do. Okay? This is about strength, perseverance. It really is to me about legwork, because I can really just see someone is really ticked off. Like they're just going to use that though to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? You've got an opportunity here that opens a door for you for a good many years. Take advantage of it, but you've got to do it not on the coattails of someone else. You've got to do it in your own way. Even if you're not following status quo, break out and do things your own way. If you've got something that you truly believe in, it's probably, the reason I probably keep seeing it too, is because it's probably ahead of its time. You know what I mean? Like, people might not just see things yet, but you've got the vision. You've got the vision, but you've got to put the legwork behind it so that it can stand, okay? We're in a time right now where a lot of things are changing. A lot of, long overdue, worn out things, yes. But some of the things that have a foundation that are solid, just critique them and make them look a little bit different. And that's what I think you're doing. Sometimes when we're making big changes like that, no one's going to support us. But a year from now, people will be wanting what you have. I assure you of that. Okay? And in 2 years, you will be on wicked solid ground here. So do that. 2, I know I'm going to sound ridiculous, but it's true. Figure out how to receive. Do you know how to receive? If this, for instance, is relationships that I keep giving and I'm not getting anything in return. Do you know how to let someone love you? Do you know how to receive? Do you know how to say thank you and not, oh, this old thing, thank you. You know what I mean? And really just learn to receive, because the universe is trying to give you something here. Get clear on your desires, okay? Desire is the takeaway here. What do you desire, okay? What lights you up from the inside out? Okay, again, some of you, I think you're going through something and you're really resentful. You're thinking, why me? Why me? Stop that, because that is, the universe is working for you. You may not get this one person, this one place, one thing, because the universe is trying to get you to go over here, right? It's not working behind someone. Maybe it's owning your own business. You know what I mean? It's not settling for a relationship just to not be alone. You'll actually get one that you thrive in. You're heading in a good direction. Keep your moral compass where it needs to be. Ask yourself, honestly, if you're able to receive, do you know how? You really wouldn't realize something like that until you actually ask yourself sometimes, right? What was the adage? Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. It's flipped. It's backwards. You've got to know what your desires are before you can give them. You've got to know what your passions are before you can explore them. You know what I'm saying? You've got to do you first. It's not selfish. And that's what you're really being asked to do. Okay? I think you're really failing to see the great qualities that you have. I really do. I think that I think there's strength here, there's courage here, there is stamina here. Sometimes though, when things don't come, you take a class and you get in it and it's like nothing you thought. You know what I mean? Or you've got a hobby that you now want to make a business and you're like, crap, I don't even enjoy this now because it's become too much work. You know what I mean? Maybe those are the things. So get practical. Start something while you're doing something else. You know what I'm saying? That's what you've got here. But the main takeaway is, don't resent whatever else it is that you're resenting. You can do something for yourself here, in your way, in your own time, in your footsteps. Not everyone, I'm going to just say this here. It's we have the impression that if we put it on a vision board, or if we write it on a paper, or if we say it over and over again, that it will happen. It's not necessarily the case. Some of us, if you're trying to go here and you're either supposed to be here, or you're supposed to do something here and you're aiming for this and it doesn't pan out, not everyone has. You've got to accept what it is. We're all equipped for me. I hate heights. It just is what it is. Doesn't mean anything, except that will not be something I will ever acquire. I have no desire. Scares the crap out of me. I'll go in a different direction. I'm good at this. I'm good with my feet on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'll do things like that. That's just an example, but people are under the misconception that just because I think it, it should be open to me. No, there's a reason we don't have certain capacities, because we're supposed to be going somewhere else. Okay, so I hope that you hear what I have to say, and I hope that you realize that for some of you, an inheritance of financial gain is coming here from parents. I really feel some with parents. For others, you've got a friend here. There's a friend who's going to open a door for you, a friend who's going to help you, a friend who will stand by you. One really good friend will change the world. It's not about, so you have someone who is going to help you here. Okay? So that's what I've got. I think this is great. I think you're going in a direction, but I think that for some of you, you've got to get through some hostilities here. And I'm not saying that they're not, rightful, but they're holding you back. So stay true to what it is that you want. You're going to clear some space here, I assure you. Even if you don't see it, I do. Within 2 years, you will be more than on solid ground, but this is about laying the groundwork here. So there you go. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'm going to have my website updated by the 1st of September. I have been so busy. I'm really behind the 8 ball. So if you want a private reading, please wait at least until after September 1. And that's what I've got. All right. I know this sounds like nothing, but it really is something, because I can see a whole new lifestyle for you, a whole new tax bracket, a whole new friend zone, a whole new client base. You've just got to not be behind something. You've got to get out in front of something, but in manageable steps. Okay, so there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way.